You are welcome to the Photoshop training. If this is your first time of using Photoshop, you are going to see a screen like this on your computer when Photoshop is opened. I'm using Photoshop version 2021. If you have a latest version from 2019, 2020, 2021, and even 2022 and 2023, they all have the same interface. So this will be your home screen. You go to Create New, where we are going to create a new document. We have the recent, the save, the photo, the print, art and illustration, and the rest. We are going to choose any of the options available. So let's go with A5, which is a smaller size than A3 and A4. When you click on the A5, you can make changes here to the size, or you can change the unit of measurement. We have the millimeters, the inches, the points, and the rest. So let's maintain that. Remember that your resolution is going to determine the quality of the picture or your quality of your design. So make sure at least your resolution is 300. If you increase the resolution, it is also going to increase the size of the document you are going to design, which will put more load on your computer system. So the normal resolution we normally use is 300. You can increase it to 350 or 500, but let it be 300 for the meantime. You maintain the rest of the settings, so you just click on Create. You can change the orientation, whether you want a portrait or a landscape. So we can use any of them. Let's use the landscape or the portrait and click on OK. When Photoshop opens, this is the screen we are going to have. We have some tools and ribbons on top here. These are the basic settings or the default settings of Photoshop. When you go to Windows and you click on Workspace, there are different workspace you can choose from. Your workspace might not be the same to mine, but will be similar. So this is the workspace you can choose from. Currently, I'm using the photography workspace, which I have edited to suit my preference. And these are the tools we are going to use in designing. When you hover the mouse pointer on the tool, it gives you the name. So this is the Move tool. So anytime you want to search for a tool, when you hover the mouse pointer on the tool, it gives you the name of the tool. There are additional tools which might not appear on your toolbar. So when you click on this arrow, the three dots down here, when you click on it, it gives you the tools that are not showing on the toolbar. So these are the rest of the tools that are not showing on the toolbar. So in case you are searching for any tool and you are not finding it, when you come down here, you are going to see the rest of the tools we have. Aside that, you can see that we have some small arrows to some of the tools. When you click on that arrow, when you right click on that arrow, it gives you the other set of tools under that particular tool. When you take the brush tool, for example, when you right click on it, you are going to get the brush tool and the pencil tool. When you click on this tool, for example, you get the object selection tool, the quick selection tool, and the magic wand tool. So in case you are searching for any tool and you are not seeing it, when you come down here, you are going to see the rest of the tools. You right click, it gives you the rest of the tool. So this is basically the Photoshop interface. When you come to the right side here, we have the layers. These are called layers. That's the background layer. At the moment, the background is locked. You can see there is a lock key. When you click on it, it takes off the lock. Now the name has changed to layer 0. Everything you are doing on Photoshop are going to be arranged according to layers. So at the moment, you have only one layer. When you add another layer, it comes on top of that layer. So today we are going to learn how to create shapes. Basically, every design is about creation of shapes. Most of the design you see around is about creation of shapes. So you must learn how to create your shapes, which you are going to use in your designs later. When you go to the shape creation, we are going to use the shapes. That's the rectangle. So we have the rectangle tool, the ellipse tool, the polygon tool, and the circle. The circle is the ellipse. So let's say you want to create a shape. Let's choose the rectangle tool. You click on the rectangle tool. The moment you click on the rectangle tool, you can see the mouse pointer has changed, or the mouse cursor has changed. And you click and drag to draw your shape. So this is the shape that we've drawn. The shape has a color of white. You can see the shape fill is white. When you want to change the shape of the color, you just click on the fill and it gives you a variety of colors to choose from. Aside that, it also has a stroke. Stroke in Photoshop means an outline. The outline of the shape, that's what is called stroke. You can change the outline color too. So let's change the color to blue, or any color, okay, blue, so that we can see what we are doing. Now you can see that the moment we added a new object, it has created a layer on top of the first layer. So remember that Photoshop deals with creation of layers. The layer on top will appear on the top of the layer below. Anytime you click on any other selection and you want to use the default tool, you go back to the move tool. The first tool is called the move tool. It will allow you to move the object to any position you want. You can't be moving the object with the rectangle or the rectangular tool we used. Now let's rearrange the layers. The first layer on top is the rectangle 1 and the layer below is the layer 0. When we move or when we drag the layer 0 up, you can see we are not seeing the rectangle again. Why? Because we've changed the position of the layer. So don't forget that how you see the design or how you see your layers depends on how you are going to arrange your layers in the layer panel. So this is the layers panel. You can see the layers over here. So let's reorder it, or let's rearrange the layers. So this is a rectangle. Let's add another shape. Let's add circle. So this is a circle. So these are basic shapes that we use in creation of design. Now let's see how or what we can do is with these shapes. As I said earlier on, designs are made with shapes. So let's design some simple thing with these shapes. So let's say this is a rectangle. We can alter the shape of the shape that we have. When you drag, it increases the size. When you drag down, it decreases the size. Now it is maintaining the shape we created. We created a rectangle and it is maintaining the shape of the rectangle. If you want to alter it to a square, you click on the shift key on the keyboard. Then imagine we want to bring the left side in to create a square. You click on the shift key on the keyboard, then you drag. So there's a difference between clicking without holding the shift key and clicking with holding the shift key. When you click without holding the shift key, it maintains the shape but increases the size or decreases the size. But when you click with the shift key, it only affects the side you are clicking. So you note the difference of the clicking of shapes. Now anytime you make any changes to a shape, you can see we have these two options on top. The first one is close. This one is close and the next one is accept. Before you can change to any other tool, you have to click on the accept so that it will accept the changes you have made. Photoshop 2021 and the latest version, when you click on the shape, so let's alter the shape and see. The moment you click on the shape, these two options come. In case you forget to click on the accept and you click on any part of the toolbar or you click on any other place, automatically Photoshop accepts the command or accept what you have done. So we are not going to click on the accept here. In case you forget to click, let's click on the first shape or the first layer, the ellipse layer. When you click on it, Photoshop automatically accepts the command or accepts what you have done. But the previous versions of Photoshop don't have that feature. So this a square or a rectangle, whatever you call it. Now let's see what we can do with this shape. We want to create a simple design. So let's change the shape. Let's hold the shift key and drag the top down. And hold the shift key again and stretch the right side. So let's increase it like this. You have your shape. Then let's click on the circle. When you want to work on a particular object, you must activate that layer. We are working on the rectangle. You can see the rectangle layer has been selected. If you want to work on the circle, you have to come and click on that layer. If you don't click on that layer, you might be dragging a different thing. But Photoshop sometimes automatically selects the layer for you when you click on the object. So let's click on the rectangle below here without going to click on the layer. When you click on the rectangle here, Photoshop automatically changes the layer for you. That's the latest version of Photoshop. The other version don't have this feature. So let's go and work on the circle. You can increase the size. Let's increase the size to something like this. And let's drag it to the left side. And let's rotate it. When you want to rotate, you must bring the cursor down. The moment you bring the cursor down, you can see the cursor has changed to an anchor. When you bring the cursor closer to the object, it changes to an arrow, which is used for increasing and decreasing the size. When you move the cursor a little bit backwards or a little bit farther from the corners, it changes the icon. That is used to rotate the shape. So we can rotate the shape to any angle we want to rotate. So let's maintain this shape and click on the command. You can see gradually we are creating something. So this is the zoom tool. When you click on the zoom tool, the options here changes. Let's go to the move tool and see. Any tool that you click has a different option on the toolbar. So when you click on the zoom tool, the options on top here changes. We have the increase zoom, that's the plus. Then you click on it to zoom. Then we have the decrease or the minimize or the zoom out. You click on it to zoom out. We have the default zoom, which is the fit screen and the fill screen. The one I normally use is the fit screen. You click on the fit screen and it's fit to the screen for you. So that is the zoom tool.